What's up, guys? This is Trainer Dino here, and today I'll be adding the next part to whatifash and Alain were twins. The reason that I'm making back-to-back parts of the story is because I saw the like goals. You guys absolutely smashed it, and there seems to be a lot of hype regarding this particular story. So I thought that why not capitalize on the hype and give you a second part right away. So the like goal this time will be, let's just say, 40 likes in the next 12 hours. I think that's fairly doable. So if you guys hit 40 likes in the next 12 hours, I will make part 3 a bit sooner. And if not, I will try to focus on some other stories for like one or two videos, and then we'll come back to this part. And while we're at it, let's just play a simple game. I want you to go down in the comment section, put hashtag Pokemon Scarlet, and put the regional form that you are excited about. For example, I know that most regional forms that we are excited about won't come, but let's just say for imagination's sake, let's just say I want a regional variant of Electivire. So go down the comment section, type hashtag Pokemon, and then type the name of the Pokemon that you wish had a regional variant in the games. So go to the comment section, hashtag Pokemon Scarlet or hashtag Pokemon Violet, and just put the name of the Pokemon that you wanted a regional variant of. And while you're at it, why not put the typing as well? For example, I like Electivire with a fire typing. Maybe we'll call it Magmavire or something stupid like that. So do that and enjoy the rest of the video. Ps, there won't be any recaps, like the first part was released right away. Just go and watch that first part. It will take you to only 38 minutes if you skip my blabbering at the beginning of the video. So with that, let's begin the story. After meeting Brendan, Ash and Alan continue on their path to Petalburg City. While there, Ash continues to bicker about how Alan cheated and caught Puchiana instead of him. Alan was getting tired of this and told Ash that it was not his fault that Ash couldn't catch the Puchiana. It was because Ash acted dumbly and that's why Puchiana attacked him. And then he cheekily added a remark saying that he needed to save Ash and that's why he caught Puchiana. But if Ash wants it so bad, he could just give it to him. Ash then remembers the bite that he received from the Dark Wolf, and he instantly changes his mind, saying that it doesn't matter because Puchiana won't have an advantage in the upcoming gym. So all he has to do is catch a Pokemon which is a water or a grass type, just like Brendan said. And to his luck, he encounters a Pokemon. But unfortunately, this is not the typing he was looking for. It was a Wurmple. Ash tells Alan to go ahead and capture it. And Alan tells Ash that he's not stupid. Bug types are weak to rock types. Plus that Wurmples really creeps him out. Ash then moves forward and starts looking for some other Pokemon. Alan is getting irritated and he tells Ash that they are just wasting time here and they need to get to Petalburg really quick. And then they have to cross the Petalburg woods as well in order to get to Rustboro. Ash tells Alan not to rush as he will definitely find the Pokemon he's looking for. And then he does. It's a Lotad, the native Pokemon to the Hoenn region, and Ash scans it in his Pokédex, and it tells him that it's a water and a grass type. This is basically a lottery for Ash, and Alan instantly tells Ash that this is not fair. The, the first Pokemon he encountered was Puchiana, and the only reason Alan caught Puchiana was to save Ash. So this Lotad should belong. So he should get the chance to capture the Lotad instead of Ash. Ash tells Alan to shut it and just wait in the back of the line. He already has two Pokemon and Ash only has one. So this gives him the right to capture the Pokemon. Alan tells Ash that they will settle it like real men do. And they both start to play rock, paper, scissors. But then Ash notices something. The Lotad is crawling away back to the pond. So in a hasty move, he sends out his Charmander and instantly orders it to battle the Lotad. Lotad notices the fire type approaching it and fires off a bubble beam. Ash tells Charmander to jump into the air as Alan yells from behind that it's unfair. And just then, Charmander unleashes an Ember attack. Lotad is able to dodge it but still gets caught with some of the attack. It tries to fire off another bubble beam, but it's damaged by the Ember and is slowed down. Charmander follows this up by a scratch. As Alan once again tells Ash to stop, as this is completely unfair for him to go ahead and abandon their contest. And Ash tells Alan once again that he has two Pokemon and he only has one. So this Lotad belongs to him. With that, he throws a Pokeball, and after a few shakes, Ash has captured a Lotad. Alan tells Ash that that was a dirty move, as they had not even contested in the rock paper scissors, and yet he went ahead to capture the Lotad. Ash argues that the Lotad was about to get away, so instead of nobody capturing it, at least he captured it. And he tells Alan not to worry with a smug look, saying that he will definitely encounter a grass or a water type down the road. Alan tells Ash that he's a jerk as he walks forward. They both reach the Petalburg city and rest up in the Pokemon Center for a while. Ash tells Alan that they should go to the gym and check it out. Alan Alan replies by saying that what's the use? They won't be able to challenge the gym anyways. Just then, a voice interrupts them from behind. Ash asks asks the young man who he is, and the stranger introduces himself as Wally, the gym leader of the Petalburg city. Ash instantly turns hostile and tells Wally that that's a stupid rule that he has over here, that challengers cannot challenge his gym until they have won all other 7 badges. This rule is stupid and he should battle trainer as long as they show up. Wally tells us that he doesn't make the rules, and as far as he knew, most regions are adapting this rule, as there will be one gym where the Pokemon trainers and challengers will have to battle the gym leaders in a 6-on-6 format. This will be a good way to prepare them for the Elite Four. So the strongest gym leaders of each region act as that final challenge before they go on to the victory road. Ash asks Wally if he is the strongest leader of the Hoenn region, and Wally modestly replies by saying that he didn't make that choice. All he did was win the tournament and had a good showing in the Pokemon World Cup. So that's the reason he was selected by the other gym leaders of the Hoenn region to be the final representative. Ash tells Wally that he doesn't even look strong, and he comments that what is wrong with this region. The champion looks like a punk, and their final gym leader looks like someone who has picked on for the whole life. Alan steps on Ash's foot and tells him not to be rude, as he apologizes Wally for his brother's behavior. Wally tells them that it's quite alright, and by the looks of it, he's sure that he will meet them in the near future. So with that, he departs back into the gym. Alan tells Ash that gather they should gather up on some antidotes and repels, as they will need it to cross the Petalburg woods. With that, they set off. However, unbeknownst to them, the same Team Snagem Grunt who had a battle with them before was following them, keen on getting revenge. Ash and Alan both arrive in the Petalburg woods and start the long journey to Ashboro city. Alan tells Ash that the trees here would be a good training ground for them to master their Charmander's new move, which is Metal Claw, as it would come in handy against the Rock type gym leader Roxanne. And so they begin their training. Alan's Charmander seems to be picking it up really quickly, as it seems to be the more physically stronger one. Ash's Charizard makes some progress, but the best it can do is partially convert its Scratch attack into a slightly powerful Metal Claw, but it is not in its entirety. Alan's Charmander, on the other hand, has completely developed its Scratch into a Metal Claw and is able to slash through trees pretty easily. Ash's Charmander seeing this gets a bit demotivated, but Ash tells it not to worry, as it will eventually pick it up. As they are continuing their training, some Ash notices something, and before he could react, a Pokemon lands on top of his head and tries to eat his cap away. Alan notices it and recognizes this Pokemon as Slakoth. Ash somehow gets the normal type off his head and notices it tries to crawl back on top of him. Ash, in a desperate bid to keep it away, gives him some of the Pokemon food, and the Slakoth is more than happy to eat the food and crawl away back on top of a tree. Alan tells Ash that he just wasted a lot of food just trying to chase away a Slakoth, as he could have easily caught it. Ash tells Alan that what's the use of capturing a normal type before battling a rock type gym, and Alan nods, slightly agreeing with this. As they are continuing the training, all of a sudden, they notice something weird. A huge flock of Talos are approaching them. They they prepare their Pokemon for an upcoming battle, but all the Talos do is fly over their head. And then they notice something else weird. A huge swarm of Wumples crawl around them before running away. Ash and Alan both notice that all these Pokemon are running away from something. As they go as they go deeper in the forest to investigate, They find a hidden grotto among some trees. Ash asks Alan if he intends on going in there, and Alan just looks at Ash and saying that he's just going to do what his brother is planning. And both of them smile at each other and decide to go into the grotto. Alan enters first, but then all of a sudden, the top of the cave is hit by something weird, and all the boulders come crashing down. Thankfully, none of the brothers are caught in the crossfire, but all it does is trap Alan inside the grotto, and Ash is left outside, trying to figure a way out. But before he could react to anything, he notices someone sneak behind him. It is the same Team Snajam grunt. Ash yells at Alan inside the grotto to just stay tight, as he will take care of this grunt and free him really soon. Alan tells Ash to be careful and to run away if he is not able to win the battle, and get the police and then rescue him. Ash tells Alan not to worry, as he will be able to handle this grunt on his own. He sends out his Charmander, and the grunt sends out a Houndour and Murkrow, both Pokemon native to the Johto region. Ash knows that Lotad is way too inexperienced for a battle against this Team Snajam grunt, so Charmander has to pull a double duty here. The battle begins as both Charmander and Houndour fire off an Ember attack, cancelling each other out. But then the Murkrow dives forward with a peck attack, causing some damage. Charmander is able to fight back and use a scratch attack to chase the Murkrow away. But just then, an Ember from Houndour hits it. It is followed by yet another Ember, and while Charmander tries to counter it with an Ember of its own, the Murkrow fires off a Nightshade attack, causing some major damage to the Charmander. Murkrow dives in, trying to take Charmander's head off with another peck, but just then something odd happens. The same Slackoth from before, which Ash gives some food to, jumps off a tree and gets on top of Murkrow. Murkrow desperately tries to shake it off, and after a while, it manages to do so, as the Slackoth gently flops over some soft grass. But this gives Charmander an opening. With all its might, it tries for a scratch attack, but to its delight, its scratch attack is finally converted to a decently powerful Metal Claw, and this attack is enough to knock Murkrow out. This is followed by yet another Ember collision, but then something delightful happens for Ash. Charmander's Ember attack is slightly powered up, as it fires off a much more powerful fireball which hits Houndour, knocking it out. Ash scans his Pokédex and realizes this is Charmander's newest move, Flame Burst. With both of his Pokemon being eliminated, the Team Snajam Grunt looks at Ash before telling him that it's not over as he runs away. Ash thinks about chasing him, but then he realizes that Charmander has taken a beating, and plus he needs to free Alain out of this grotto. As the battle was taking place between the Team Snajam Grunt and Ash, Alain was trying to figure out a way to get out of the grotto, but then he noticed something. A pair of bright red eyes were staring at him from inside the grotto, from inside the deepest part of the grotto. He instantly sends out his Poochyena to investigate, and when his dark type begins to get close to the pair of red eyes, two thick branches emerge from the depths of the cave and try to bind Poochyena. Poochyena is able to bite down on one of the branches and tug it, and this reveals the Pokemon that was hiding. It was a Phantom. Alan recognizes this Pokemon as being native to Kalos region and is surprised as to why Phantom is in the Hoenn region. But then he remembers something. He read a book which contained some paragraph about hidden grottos in certain regions, and these hidden grottos are home to Pokemon that are not commonly seen in those regions. So this must be the case. And from what he had heard, these rare Pokemons are incredibly high level and much more powerful than the Pokemon found in the nearby wild areas. So Alan thinks that because this is a grass type, this would be a great addition to his team for his upcoming battle against Roxanne. And the battle begins as he orders Poochyena to go for a bite attack. And although the bite attacks hits and causes super effective damage, the Phantom is a tough one, and it hits Poochyena with a confuse ray, confusing it. As Poochyena rams his head into one of the cave walls, Alan is forced to send out his Charmander and orders a Metal Claw, which hits. Phantom retaliates with another confuse ray, and this time it confuses his Charmander. But despite this, he orders Charmander to use an Ember attack, which Charmander fires at the Phantom, but the Phantom is able to dodge it. But thankfully, Puchiana is able to snap out of its confusion and connect with a bite attack. Phantom grabs Puchiana with one of its branch poke attacks and sends it into a wall. But this time it gives Charmander the opening as it hits the Phantom with a Ember attack, and this damages it enough for Alain to throw a Pokeball, and after a few violent shakes, the Grass and Ghost type is caught. Meanwhile, after finally having mastered the Metal Claw to a decent enough level, Charmander, Ash's Charmander began to spam it over and over again on the boulders and was able to cut through them and free Alan. Alan emerged from the cave and told Ash that he has some good news and bad news for him. Ash asks Alan what is it, eyeing him suspiciously, and then Alan tells him that he was able to capture a phantom. Ash is absolutely shocked as to how a phantom could be there in the Hoenn region, and Alan reminds Ash of the paragraph they read in the book about the hidden grottos and how it was home to Pokemon that are not normally native to these regions. Ash sighs, saying that he should have waited for this opportunity. That way, he could have caught a phantom as well. And Alan tells Ash not to worry, that he will definitely get a chance. And just then, Ash once again notices the Slackoth trying to crawl behind him. Ash, realizing that this Slackoth wants to come with him, asks the Pokemon if he wants to join his team, and the Slackoth lazily confirms it. So, thinking that one more Pokemon wouldn't be so bad, Ash throws a Pokeball and is able to capture the Slackoth, bringing both the brothers' team to a solid 3. With that, they head off towards Rustboro and finally arrive after a few hours. Alan tells Ash that he plans on training his Phantom for a while and he should go challenge the gym first. Ash Ash, Ash nods and wishes Alan the all best of luck, and Alan does the same. So the Alan's training, Alan's and Phantom's training begins, and one thing is clear from the get go: this Phantom is at a high level, and not only is it a high level, it is at a high enough level that it will not obey Alan's commands without him having a badge. So with that, Alan's struggle begins as Ash heads off to the Rushboro gym, where he meets the gym leader Roxanne. Roxanne asks Ash if he has been to the trainer school yet, and Ash tells Roxanne that he doesn't need to, as he already knows what the basics are. Roxanne replies by saying that the trainer school in the Hoenn region has been upgraded much more than before, so they teach a lot more than just basics, and Ash should visit the trainer school first before challenging the gym. Ash shrugs it off by saying that it won't matter, as after he wins this badge, he will make sure to visit the trainer school in a slightly taunting manner. Roxanne tells Ash that he has a hint of arrogance within him, and she'll make sure to humble him, and tells him to send out his first Pokemon, as this will be a 2-on-2 battle with only Ash being allowed to switch his Pokemon. Ash smiles as sends out his first Pokemon, his trusty Charmander, and Janine and Roxanne sends out a Geodude. The battle begins as Ash orders its newest move, Flame Burst, once again. The powerful fire type attack scorches Geodude, and although it's not very effective on the rock type, yet it causes some decent damage. Then Geodude fires off a rock throw attack, and once again Ash orders Charmander to use Metal Claw. Although it's not perfect, it manages to cut through some of those rocks, although some hit him, and it is followed by another Metal Claw, this time hitting Geodude. This is enough to take Geodude out, and forces Roxanne to send out her second Pokemon, Nosepass. Ash tells this will be an easy one, as Roxanne tells him not to get so cocky. Nosepass begins the battle with his Rock Tomb, as once again Ash orders Charmander to use a Metal Claw, but something's wrong here. Nosepass's Rock Tomb attack is much more powerful than Geodude's Rock Throw, and the boulders are so thick that Charmander with its partially mastered Metal Claw is unable to cut through them, as most of the boulders hit him. But staying unfazed, Ash orders another Flame Burst attack, which hits Nosepass but doesn't do near the amount of damage Ash was hoping for. Nosepass hits it with another Rock Tomb, and once again, when Ash orders Charmander to use Metal Claw, it's unable to cut through the rocks and is taken out. This is somewhat of a setback for Ash, as he didn't expect Charmander to go down so easily. Yet he sends out his second Pokemon, Lotad. Although Lotad and Ash don't have much battling experience, he did some slight training with him when he was training with Alan in the Petalburg Woods. So banking on the huge type advantage that Lotad has, Ash orders a bubble beam attack, which hits Nosepass. But then Nosepass unleashes something that catches Ash completely off guard. It's a shockwave attack. And this attack hits Lotad head on, causing a lot of damage. Ash, trying to salvage some of the HP, orders an absorb attack from Lotad, and Lotad is able to sap some of Nosepass's health. But this is not enough for it to survive yet another shockwave, which knocks it out cold. Ash realizes that Nosepass is on a whole different level and just took out two of his Pokemon without breaking a sweat. This was a tough challenge, and he needed to make some changes. Roxanne tells Ash that the offer to visit the trainer school is still up there and he should take up on it. Ash, having been humbled, has very little to say as he nods and thanks her for the battle and tells her that he'll make sure to visit the trainer school. After he exits the gym, he notices Alan waiting for him outside, and Alan asks him how the battle went, and Ash just slightly shakes his head, saying that her nosepass is on a whole different level and they would need to train harder. Ash asks him how his training with Phantom went, and Alan also shakes his head this time, saying that the Phantom is at a really high level and you did not obey Alan unless he manages to get some badges or somehow manages to reach out to the ghost type. Ash asks Alan if he still wants to go ahead with the battle, and Alan tells Ash that this will be a good learning experience even if he comes up short, which he's not planning to. But this way they could learn more about Roxanne and her Pokemon. With that, Alan enters the gym, as Roxanne is shocked to see yet another challenger so soon. Alan tells her that he is the brother of the boy who just challenged her, and Roxanne smiles, saying that she is hoping that he would put up a better fight. And Alan tells her not to play around and send out her Nosepass right away. He heard from Ash that the Nosepass was a formidable opponent, and he wanted to face it right away. Roxanne obliges to his wishes and sends out her Nosepass, as Alan sends out his Puchiana for his first Pokemon. With Phantom not obeying him, he would have to make do with his Dark type. He orders a bite attack as Puchiana leaps forward and digs its teeth, digs its fang into Nosepass. But due to its thick skin, Nosepass is fairly able to tank the hit. Nosepass then fires off a move that completely catches Alan off guard. This was a Zap Cannon. This powerful electric type move knocks Puchiana out with one hit. And this is where Alan realizes that Ash was not kidding when he said that Nosepass was on a whole different level. But yet, he is determined to find a chink in the rock type's armor and sends out his Charmander. He tries to play it safe by ordering an Ember attack, and the Ember attack hits. But Roxanne immediately notices it that the Charmander's special attack is not on par with Ash's Charmander, and Alan confirms this, saying that they have their own strengths and weaknesses. But the next move will take Nosepass out for sure, as he orders a Metal Claw. Roxanne orders a Rock Tomb attack, but unlike Ash's Charmander, Alan's Charmander is more physically strong, as it cuts through the Rock Tomb and hits Nosepass with a Metal Claw head on. Once again, Roxanne orders Nosepass to charge up a Zap Cannon, and this time, Alan orders Charmander to counter it with an Ember attack. Both attacks collide, but Zap Cannon is way too powerful for Charmander's fire type attacks, as it overpowers it and knocks it out just like it did with Puchiana. Roxanne comments Alan, saying that he had somewhat of a better strategy than Ash, but when it came to pure power, it looked like Ash was the much stronger one. She tells Alan that she will advise him to do the same as she did to Ash, and that is to visit the trainer school and learn something there. And she's sure that this will benefit not only him but also Ash. So with that, Alan nods before paying his respects and leaves the gym. When he exits, he finds Ash sitting there laughing, and he asks Alan if he's ready to go to the trainer school yet. And Alan sits beside him and starts to laugh as well, saying that they should probably be on their way. And guys, that's where I'll be ending this part. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry if I kept referring Roxanne by the name Janine repeatedly. I'm so sorry. I'm so used to doing the Surge sponsored dash story that like whenever there is a female gym leader, I constantly refer to her as Janine. So I'm really sorry about that. And let me know what you think about the team so far. and what Pokemon do you want me to give to Ash and Alan respectively. And please state the reason. Don't just put in I want him to have Salamence, Sceptile, Metagross, and all this stuff just to make it OP. Just put some Pokemon that you guys think suit their personality and suit this story. And once again, go to the comment section, type hashtag Pokemon Scarlet or Pokemon Violet, and put the Pokemon whom you want to have original form in this generation. So that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe.